So Bob, thanks for joining us. Good to see you.
Dave, good to be here. Thank you for having us again.
All right, I asked you before, I said, are there some new developments, new speakers and all that? And I said, but don't tell me, because I want to find out on the air just like everybody else. So I don't even know what you're about to tell me as far as the new speakers and the new things that are going on. So hit me with it. All I know is that Patrick Coffin is scheduled to be one of the speakers, and
Correct.
that I'm going to be emceeing. And that's all I know. So
Well,
what else do we got?
You did a great job emceeing last year, and this year we have a power-packed lineup, starting with Patrick Coffin.
Everyone I talk to says the same thing. The world is getting much worse day by day before our very eyes. Marriage itself has been redefined and no one seems to have noticed. Police officers that used to be considered brave professionals keeping us safe, now there's an open season on law enforcement. Here's what's missing. For consumers of news, and I am one, what's missing is a sense of hope in the face of this tsunami of bad news we're fed every day. It's almost like the mainstream media are depressed collectively, and they're trying to foist their depression on us in the way they report the news and tell their stories. I've thought for a few years now that the world's galloping toward an abyss, but now it seems like the abyss is galloping toward us. It doesn't have to be this way. The Patrick Coffin Show is dedicated to the proposition that you can report on the news and you can provide news, commentary and rants with comedy. There's lots of things to laugh at out there and to laugh about, so let's.
Then we have keynote from Monsignor Jack Harris from Arkansas. He is in charge of the prison ministry in Arkansas and sits with death row inmates. And when you hear him speak or you read what he's written, he's going to challenge men in a different way from a Catholic perspective. And it's just, I got goosebumps when you read his articles or you listen to him. He is such a great addition. We have Deacon Matt Lamoureux from Gallup, New Mexico, and he's a cancer survivor. He's going to tell his story.
You know, it was really interesting for me. I never had a burning desire to become a deacon. That was never really on my radar screen. But I always felt that God was calling me to some higher level of service than what I was giving Him.
Yeah.
And a fellow deacon asked me to consider the diaconate, and I did. And it was not something that I had even the remotest interest in at that time. Several years passed, and he asked me again, and I've learned through my maturing in my faith that when God knocks on the door, that I need to open it and listen and answer. And so I decided to pursue the diaconate with regard to discernment. Not that I was going to become a deacon, but I'll take a look at it.
Right.
And I continue to walk through the door as long as it's open. And that door just stayed open until one day, in about my fourth year in formation, is when it really hit me that this is really where God is calling me. And He's got something for me to do, a job for me to do, and it was through the diaconate. And so I suddenly became really interested in the ordination, and now, looking back, I can't imagine not being a deacon.
Also, we have Auxiliary Bishop Kelly from Dallas.
And so the circumstances of our lives are so various. How you got the particular DNA you got, how you got the particular gifts that you got, how you got the particular weaknesses you got, is a marvelous work. And in the midst of all of that, and through all of that, and through the strengths in your families and in the weaknesses and in the sorrows and in the divisions and all of those things, the call of God has come to you. And the Lord has called you and is calling you and will call you for the rest of your life. Think about that. There's a whole bunch of you here, but Jesus didn't call a whole bunch of people. He called each person individually, uniquely. Come, follow me. So He has reached into your life, into your heart, into what goes on between your two ears, which He knows very well, and said, come follow me. And the fact that you are here is a sign that you have said yes. Maybe your yes feels tentative. Maybe you're not quite sure of it, but you have said yes, or you wouldn't be here. You've taken a step. You've opened up your heart to this gift. And one thing that happened with everyone that Jesus called, or everyone that God called in the Old Testament, is that they realized something weak, something sinful. Almost every prophet said, no, I'm not the right person. Ask somebody else. Ask somebody older. Ask somebody who's holier. Ask somebody who's smarter. And the Word of God always comes back, no, I want you. You're it.
So this is North Texas. It's, even though this year it's in Colleyville,
Yeah.
it's everyone is invited. We have Doug Oldmixon, who is the Texas State Deputy of the Knights of Columbus. We have the Vigil Project coming. Vigil Project is probably the hottest Catholic growing. I called them an orchestra. I was corrected. It's an ensemble. The music is just absolutely beautiful. And here's the special thing we've never done before. They're going to play adoration and play through our conference for the men. But Mass at Good Shepherd at 5 o'clock, they're going to be doing the music for the Mass. About an hour after Mass, they're going to do a free concert. And everybody's welcome to that free concert. A lot of the men that come this year, their wives will meet them, go to 5 o'clock Mass, and stay for the concert.
Early in the morning, as I journeyed to the tomb, there was nowhere else to go. With eyes full of tears, and when he spoke my name, we were standing face to face. And I have seen the Lord, I have seen the Lord. He's no longer dead, he is risen. I have seen the Lord.
By taking on our likeness and dying for the lifeless, you're raising all your children from the dead. You're raising up my heart from the dead. Smashing through the prison door. Oh God, will you have made me sure how your love is breaking every chain. You're seeking out the hopeless, you're saving all the poor. For all you've done, there's only one song I can sing. You're raising up my heart from the dead.
It can be a potentially life-changing experience for the men that come out. So put it on your calendar right now. Go to ntxcmc.org and buy tickets. They're $44 right now. So go on and get your ticket.